Well, hello there again. Welcome to the Boots and Scoots show. I am your host, Boots,
And I'm Scootz.
and this is now our third episode of the Boots and Scoots Detoxify Hour. And tonight we are playing Dark Souls 3 yet again, backed by popular demand. So that's why we're going to just keep playing this thing. And we're going to have some fun. We're detoxifying and we're ready to play. What do you say, Scoots?
Scoots is definitely ready to detoxify, and we are going to start on the bridge here, going into the ethereal something or another. And you may be seeing some treachery coming up here in just a moment, so definitely hold on to your seats, folks. We're on the march to the Ringed City, which is the new DLC. It's been out for a few, but we haven't played it, and so that's our goal. We're trying to get from here to the Ringed City, and while we may not reach there tonight, we
No,
will
definitely not.
continue. We will continue our journey as we go. So, Boots, are you ready to rock this party?
I am, yeah. And last episode, Scoots and I had spent some time just kind of making a little bit of progress in an area. We're basically going to do that again. And we also spent quite a bit of time talking about kind of the basics of Dark Souls, or, why we like the game so much. I think we're just going to play, kind of just like look at a little bit more of the sites and probably just explain stuff again as they happen. But you might want to go back and rewatch the last episode if you're unfamiliar with the Dark Souls. We talked a lot about that last time, and then kind of the whole. We basically covered the entire history of video gaming all in one episode. It's amazing how we were able to do it. But no, just kidding. We were talking about this game, how Scoots and I are very familiar with this whole series, and how we love it, and how to play together, how to do co-op, all that stuff. It was a great show. Just go back and watch it. But this show, we're just going to have some fun. We're going to see some sights. Off in the distance up there, you can see past my character a big, massive castle. We're basically heading up there. We're just going to try to make our way there and have some fun. So here we go. We just passed through this kind of archway here, and we're about to cross this bridge. And we're about to encounter something pretty cool. So hope you guys watch and just have some fun. So
Yep.
so
Let's
that's
check it
what
out.
happened.
Here we
Scoots,
go. Hold on to your seats.
oh yeah, that's right. He comes from behind
There
us.
he is.
Oh boy. Well, what's this just now? I can't believe that just happened.
Well, he's on me, so he's gonna get some whacking.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be something. Yeah, you know what? Oh, we got invaded too, of course. No, is that an NPC invade?
I don't know.
I feel like it is. And this guy's just about dead, so a couple more whacks so we can get him now.
Woo! Got some sweet souls for that baby.
Nice.
Lightning
And,
dragon, no longer, I have to say.
Ah. And apparently this invader, I think it's an NPC invader. And
Well, we're gonna find out, and this should be pretty exciting.
we're gonna definitely
Oh,
find out. Yeah, I think this is an NPC. She's tough though, so let's any like NPC who has like just a normal sounding name is most
Matilda.
likely. Yeah, like that's not a player. Like you encounter a player who whoa, this guy just whacked the shit out of you, Scoots. Like you should probably pay attention.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow, I'm really low on health. Matilda, I don't like your attitude. You're gonna have to get a little bit of Mistress, Oh, you did not just heal.
See, what the heck? See, and maybe is this person a TLC? I don't know. See,
I don't know.
See, last show, I'm frostbitten. Oh, she fucking kicked my ass. Damn it. Alright, well, here's the thing. And here's a little bit of what we didn't discuss last time with the Dark Souls series. Because we actually ran a really long time in the game without dying. Because we have explained, again, we'll re-explain it in case you didn't watch last episode. I know that whoever's listening or watching is probably a very devoted fan, and I know you've probably watched everything we've ever put out there on the YouTubes. But
And we do love you, and if there's one of you watching,
one,
we do love you. Absolutely. You know what?
Yeah,
And we're here
yeah.
for you guys. And if you love video games, we love video games. Why the hell not keep watching?
Yeah, exactly. So, so I know we probably don't need to keep re-explaining things, but we are, Scoots and I are actually playing, this is an NG plus or a new game plus, meaning we've already gone through all the way through the game. So we're kind of rolling through it a second time, doing a lot of sightseeing, and that's, like Scoots mentioned, we're actually trying to get to some DLC, which is really the aim of this whole show or whatever. And that's why we picked up this game again, is that we're trying to actually get to where we can play some new stuff together. But anyway, what happened is I died. That Matilda NPC killed me. And if you're familiar with this
Ooh.
game, that means I lost all my souls. I have to fight my way back to that point. But the other thing that happens is that Lizard was kind of a semi-boss, and so we don't have to fight it again. We made progress enough so that you kind of like have to inch your way forward. The first couple times, and Scoots, by the way, I am embered, in case you want to just drop your, is that you right here? Okay, yep.
Sign is down, sir.
Nice.
I am ready to be summoned, and you know what? As it turns out, I'm being summoned to another world right now.
And
the physics and the existential things behind that, it's best not to think about.
Don't even worry about what that means when I'm summoning Scoots. They don't explain that in the game. They don't need to explain it. It's just how the game works. It's just like, yeah, whatever. This is how it is. So anyway, well, that NPC person or whatever that invaded my game, very challenging.
That was very challenging.
I feel like they might have increased that, of course, just because I have a helper in here. I'm not sure. So anyway, we should be able to not have to fight that dragon again. I feel like because we didn't make it all the way across the... I don't know. I don't know what's going on. We'll see if Matilda comes in and invades us again here. But here's my souls. I got them back. This is right where I died, so that's kind of how that works. And, well, I might as well grab some of these things here.
Now, as far as Matilda goes, the enemy we just fought, she sure had a bad attitude, and I didn't like it. So the fact that she killed us, you know something? That says more about her than it says about us.
Yeah. It's what it says about a lot of I mean, this game is just it's kind of famous for not explaining anything. But we don't mind it. There's a lot. I mean, the lore is kind of embedded. How would you explain how you figure stuff out in this game? We talked in the first playthrough or when we last episode about how you kind of inch your way forward. You die a lot, and you just kind of just make your way, and you have to figure it all out as you go. But shit! Look at this guy. Is that no? That's like a ghost.
That's a ghost. Yeah, he's part of the lore. But Bootz, to your point about what the lore is, yeah. You get snippets of what this is actually all about. This game is very steeped in lore, but they don't have any real cutscene dialogue. Very few.
There's a couple.
Which is part of the whole. There's a couple cutscenes. And by the way, if you're checking this out right now, this is a really, 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 really difficult part. So if I interrupt myself, forgive me.
It's like, yeah, I might have to actually play for a while.
I know.
Focus on what buttons I'm hitting. But it's funny, here for example, see, the other thing about this game, you get little hints from players who leave messages in their world, and some of the messages, I mean, they limit you very much to what you can put in a message. You can't just like free text. Oh, jeez, this guy just kind of kicked my asshole. Jeez, whoa.
Not for long. I got your back, Bootz.
Oh yeah, exactly. But the messages, often you'll see people leave just silly things and remarks. Like, there is a message here that caught my attention here. See, there's like this thing, this guy bent over here. The message here is, try finger butthole. And,
Hey, wait a minute. I feel like that's a play on the English language.
I mean, I applaud that person for being creative. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy a good rating because he made my day. Oh shit! I rated it poor. Whoops. I didn't.
Well, you know what?
That.
That's okay. And just while we're kind of standing here, I noticed.
That's not what I meant to do.
That...
Sorry, guy.
So right now, Scoots is going to heal Bootz and himself
Oh,
because
you're
I
gonna
had a
heal?
great heal
I was just
after a good amount of leveling up. So I'm going to go ahead and heal, and it's going to do partial heal, and then
no, that's
Bootz
good
is
enough.
about 80% of the way there. Yeah, awesome, man.
No, and I've got a healing ring on right now, so my health slowly regens as we go. So, but
Oh, fantastic.
what level did you have to be to get that great heal? Well, you know what see, there's a lot of menuing and grinding and kind of like planning out of how you upgrade your character, all that stuff. It's actually it's very in depth. You could spend a lot of time just in the menu in this game. We're trying not to do that while we're broadcasting. I mean, if I could easily spend just a ton of time dorking out in the menu in this game and being like, oh, how can I max out my character? I want to get a great heal like Scoots has, but I'm not going to do that, of course.
Haha.
But just off chance, I don't know, Scoots, can you get into your menu and just what level are you? And while you're doing it, I'm going to check my menu, just status wise.
Absolutely.
That
Yeah,
is
show everybody a
intelligence.
little bit of. Yep.
That's the intelligence, I'm guessing.
So my level of intelligence is a 28
What?
out of a. That's my intelligence.
Oh no! You know what? I bet that heal is faith then, right? Because that's like a miracle, the healing capability.
Yeah,
So what's your
my faith.
faith?
My faith is a 27.
Yeah, see, there you go. See, I have the intelligence way up, but my faith is currently at a 20. So that's probably why, even if I have that great heal, I'm not going to be able to equip it because I think right now I currently have a medium heal. That's probably the best I can do right now. So
You know why your intelligence is so high, though, Boots?
what's that?
Because you're so smart.
Because in real life I'm just a super genius. Is that why?
That's right. Super genius guy. Boots is a super genius.
Well, I mean, you said it, not me. I mean, I'm not gonna.
That's right. I sure did.
I'm not gonna disagree with that statement.
Can't argue with results, right?
Well, and like I said, we're trying to. I mean, it wouldn't really make for super great viewing for us to spend a lot of time in the menu and being like, why don't you guys watch me upgrade my Knight Sword to level 10 as I grind my way. It's getting some stones or whatever the hell, and there's a lot of that in this game. Believe me, and that's part of the reason how we've spent so much time with this game. I find it fun. I mean, and obviously you get into a game and all of its little quirks. You just learn it as you go, and you're playing with it. So again,
that's correct.
We're totally trying to roll through, and I'm trying to basically keep my weapons to kind of just one class of weapons that have just worked. Jeez. So, I mean, I'm not going to be spending time like figuring out what weapon to use while I'm broadcasting. So anyway, I know Scootz is doing the same. We're pretty much like high level, and well, right now I'm getting my ass kicked.
It's alright. I just killed the guy that keeps spewing fire at us.
Yeah, that's
and
good
now
idea.
It's all about killing the little ads.
Yep. Long sucker. Oh, they kind of have like cool like Jamaican looking hair, like Rastafarian hair. It's kind of cool. Although I think right. And just also trying to collect all the little. Did you bite it?
Scott's just got whacked. So Scoots just died. I died in his game. So what Bootz is probably gonna do is get the hell out of there.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And
good call.
I'm gonna go meet up with him at a specific point where I'm gonna lay my soapstone sign down, which is just saying, "Hey, summon me. I want to help you in your game." Very simple, very easy to do, and that's an item you attain very early on in the game. So if you have any intrepidation about playing Dark Souls or any of the series, don't, because you get a lot of the cool stuff that you need to play online very early in the game.
Yeah,
and they tutorialize you. Well, exactly right.
I don't know about tutorialize. I mean, they kind of, you pick it up and then there's so many fan wikis out there and they explain things. I mean, that's how I get a lot of my information about the game. I mean, I've logged a lot of hours looking stuff up online, like how to get certain things or how to
for sure.
Like what the next path is, because you can get lost and you'll just be like, what should I do next? Like there's definitely stuff like that happens, but it's out of love. It's a labor of love. The game, it's very different in how things are not explained. I mean, I don't want to say that as a critique because I actually think it's pretty awesome how things don't get explained. It's just kind of like it feels so deep and it's dark and it's just like it just seems like a cool universe and you're just like, why is it like that? And it's just because it's awesome. That's why. There's no other reason. It's just
Exactly.
you don't need to know
And I'd
every
rather
detail or like the backstory of why this thing is why is this castle even here? Why is it? It's like don't worry about it. It's just awesome. It's there. The lore is there though. I mean, if you like want to dig into it, it's all like in pieces and bits, like in the little writings in the on the walls and then the stuff you pick up. But
yes. So Scootz would like to make a quick point here in the game. Now that I'm in my own game playing, Bootz is in his game playing, but we do definitely want to meet up right now. So I respawned, so all the enemies are still in my game.
that sucks.
Bootz and
Sorry,
it sure
that
does.
sucks for you, dude.
Son of a bitch.
Dang it.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, Bootz and I, this is where the party chat with the PlayStation comes in so brilliantly, is
Yes.
that we can actually talk about where we want to meet up, where this game does not have a built-in in-game chat system whatsoever. So, it's very, very cool that we can use the PlayStation chat to just pick a point where we want to meet up as I fight these really hard guys in my game. So, Bootz, what would you say would be a good place to meet up?
Well, did you, how much of this level did you clear out? I mean, obviously you don't have the lizard anymore, I take it, because you obviously got past
Correct.
this point. So,
Well,
but,
yes.
but I don't know, do you just, oh, you know what, you're probably able to go to that second fireplace, right, across the bridge? So not the one,
Oh, yeah, I'm there now.
you're at the, okay, so like, if you're there, maybe just make your way up the stairs a little bit or something, I don't know.
Okay, yeah,
I'm basically back by that fireplace in that ring area, and then I don't know, like all the way up the stairs, like all the way up the stairs. Do you want to just put it somewhere?
Yeah, I gotta fight this guy first.
Okay.
Ooh. So Scoot's trying to not die and then lay a sign down.
Yeah. So
And that's
Scoots alluded. Yeah. So I'll just be up at the top of the stairs somewhere if you want to just kind of describe where you're putting it, Scoots. But I mean, viewers or listeners or whatever, viewers and listeners, I guess, watchers, you're gonna need to. I mean, party chat makes it so much easier. What Scoots was alluding to there is when we played through, Scoots and I played through Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, and now Dark Souls 3. We try to do co-op and get in each other's games, help each other out, like for the other games. But basically, what you end up doing is you wander around and you try to just find random signs that people lay down, and so you'll never find. I mean, there are definitely places where people help you out, like right in front of bosses. They tend to lay down signs, like you'll get a lot of help right near there. But like, there's no way you'd just be able to be like, oh, I'm at the top of these stairs. I wonder if there's anybody who is just willing to help me right here, because most of the time there wouldn't be. I mean, and vice versa.
Right
like you don't, right? You know, vice versa. It's like, imagine you're playing. You're not going to be like, oh, you know what? I think I'll just lay down my stairs or lay down my sign randomly and hope that someone finds me. It's like, okay, I see a Scoots. So like exactly what we're talking about. Scoots has a sign here. It just happens to be, wow, look, there's a player who can help me right where I need him. And that's the big change. Dark Souls 3, we talked a little bit about, you know, in our last broadcast about the whole party chat with the PlayStation 4 and how great it is, because, you know, we're just fanboys, I guess. But on top of that, it's actually very revolutionary, and it's made this game very different from the other games because we can just talk and be like, hey, lay it down over there, and now we're basically able to co-op the whole game.
So, now that, and this is Scoot's right now, I'm just got pulled into Bootz's game. So, in Bootz's game, all the enemies are cleared out. So, Boots and I are going to have a run all the way back to where I effed up and died. So we're going to go ahead and make it our way there, but we got double force team here. This is, even after playing this series for some time, this is a really, really difficult area. Very challenging area. But I love the cathedral backdrops. I love the fire and ice.
Fire and ice?
Alluded to another show.
It's like something else I like.
Really? Is there a
Yeah,
show out there that has some type of fire and ice reference in it?
I don't know. I mean, we're probably the only people who know about that show, so not even worth talking
Yeah,
about it in this podcast. And
yeah,
especially people who would like a game like Dark Souls, they probably won't even like that kind of game. Oh man, look at Scoots up
yeah.
there. He's kicking that guy's ass. I'm like,
That's right. Because
I'm
I got
down here being a pussy with my bow and arrow, trying to like not get hit. You're
that's
like,
right. I got
you're
your
like
back, bro.
charge. Nice, awesome.
I definitely took it to the streets. Oh, I got two dudes coming at me here.
Wisps,
Oh boy.
wispy dudes. Oh boy, they have like some kind of. All right,
Wispy
these
Rastas.
guys are going down.
God dang.
They're hard. But yeah, I mean, think about like what Scoots just said. This is a super hard area, um, but at the same time, the fact that I pretty much, as long as me and Scoots are in a chat and we can bring each other into our games, and we definitely did this the first time as we were playing through the game. You know, not having beaten it, we were like just calling each other into each other's games all the time. So it basically made it like we could co-op this game, and that's a big part of the reason why we're even playing. Oh, thanks for getting that lizard, dude. You're the best.
Hey, buddy, I got your back. No lizard goes unturned in my game. Yes, sir.
Nice. We talked about those lizards last episode too. We talked about a lot of stuff. Like I said, people are gonna probably want to go back and watch that video in case they haven't. We're hoping the audio on this video will be improved. Scoots and I made some slight adjustments to our settings, and we're thinking that it should pay off, and hopefully people can hear what we're saying over some of the sounds in the back of the game. Going back and re-listening to some of our shows, apologize if it's hard to hear us at certain points because of that, where we were just not realizing that the game sounds were probably wiping out or washing out a lot of what we're talking about. And we were saying some awesome stuff. I mean, so if you can't hear what we were saying, just go ahead and assume that we were probably saying something about as cool as it could be, because that's what we are. We're cool cats. Always saying cool stuff all the time.
Just every line is better than the last, in my opinion.
Like I said, now that they can actually hear what we're saying, they're like, "You're full of shit, you guys."
You're like, you guys suck, man. Why do you guys even bother playing online? You guys are losers. You're like, to that point, whatever, but I sure still enjoy playing, so screw that.
Right? We just like playing, and we're just hoping that this is what we'll be doing anyway. We got Bootz put in a long day of work. Scoots actually had a day off today, so he's a jerk. He got a day off. But we just like playing a game at the end of the night, kind of detoxifying and hopefully recharging a little bit for the next day. But which way do you think we should go, Scoots? I'm gonna follow you. We just got to another bonfire. We're trying to roll through this area.
So real quick, Bootz, what we were trying to do there, if you can just allude to bonfire. We went from one point, and our whole goal was to get to this next bonfire in Bootz's game, so we can have a new checkpoint. So if I screw up, which I definitely will, because I remember I suck, we have another bonfire that we can restart at now, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, so
and it's progress. Progress.
Making progress.
So that's right.
There's stairs up here. I forget where we're at. See, Scoots has kind of gone through this level more recently. Oh, that's right. These stairs are like a dead end. Although we can get to them later. I forget how. But Bootz is. It's been a while since Bootz has been here. I'm kind of turning around still.
Sure, no problem. So and if you're watching right now, by the way, we really appreciate it. And like Bootz had just said, we'd be doing this anyway. This is what we do when we play games. We'd be doing this anyway. So it's fun for us to do this. It's just something different. Makes our gaming a little bit more enjoyable in the sense that, hey, if somebody gets to check it out and enjoys the games we play, if you have any comments or questions, we'd love to hear them. We're really, really easy going. I mean, don't be intimidated by how awesome we are at this game, even though I died like 5 times. But we really appreciate you checking it out. And Bootz, to show the viewers here a little something different, the way forward is going to give us a little bit different look at the surrounding area. So if you follow me, I'm going to take us there.
Right behind you. Yeah, this whole area, I mean, I loved it. I feel like I was reaching a point in this game when I was playing through the level the first time, when the character starts feeling pretty strong, kind of midway through the game. So you don't have to like tiptoe your way around quite so much. So you get some good gear, you get some good, kind of some good stats. You're starting to improve. Of course, the levels of the game are brilliantly designed, and of course, you will very much be aware if you are not leveled, or if you don't have gear or leveling up to where you should be. But I remember just kind of just loving this area, but really kind of plowing through it and just being like, let's go, because I was also super excited to just keep going through the game and be like, get to the next checkpoint. You're just so into it, you're just like, the first bunch of levels, you always spend a lot of time in because you're dying over and over and over and over and over again. And I feel like this area, I didn't die or go through as many times. But it's a beautiful area. I mean, I love, I kind of remember it. I mean, it's oh yeah, I remember these guys. There's like these dudes that, like, you just see their eyes. That's kind of cool.
They're very spooky.
Creepy.
Now, you may see some dogs here, and then...
Not for long. Oh, that one's dead. Where are you at?
And right before they die, they do this funny thing where they, like, roll on their back, and you can still whack them, but they're not quite dead yet. It's kind of funny.
But like,
oh, damn. They're sort of like accepting the inevitable death that is coming their way.
Although, you know what? Hey, I think I never really looked at these very closely, but is that like a baby at the front of that dog? Or no, it's like a skull. Yeah, it's like, never mind. It's a dog type creature, but it definitely has like a human skull. Stuff in this game is just creepy. I mean, if you look at how they design things, it's just, how do they come up with such messed up stuff? Like, someone is really sick and twisted to imagine all this stuff. But that's why we love it, because it's amazing. I mean, I would never think of such creepy, weird stuff, and that's why we enjoy playing the game, because it's just like, wow, you definitely feel like you're in another world, and you're just like, what? I want to see what's around the corner, even though it's creepy. Is that weird? Are we like messed up in the head, Scoots, or what? That we like that?
Oh, we're definitely messed up in the head. There's no doubt about that. Now, whether that has anything to do with Dark Souls, I don't think so. But yeah, we're definitely messed up. Yeah. So we are now in this area where there's a bunch of spooky, smoky ghost head guys.
Yeah.
And we have to navigate away, and these guys can run a train on you pretty quick. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I got my lantern, so I'm hoping I can like jab them and do something. Smoke them out.
Yeah, and they're all hiding. But there is a treasure chest in this room, which is very...
And they since they're on the ground, I'm sorry to interrupt, Scoots, but like, they're like on the ground all creeping and crawling, and it's like
and they're spitting whatever it is they're spitting.
And then of course they like sneak out from behind a barrel or wherever and just creep you out. And they're not tough.
How's your health, Bootz?
Oh, you know what?
What's your health, Bootz? Get out of there. Get out of there.
You know what? I know. I'm sorry. I had my firebomb on. I was trying to use up. I've made this goal of trying to use up some of these dumb resources that I have. Like, so like, whatever I run with, just like try to use them as I go. So like, when would you ever use a firebomb? It's like, I don't know.
The answer is never.
and that's why I'm trying to use it. Like,
oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
Are you gonna die? Oh, you're good. Yeah, you're fine.
No, I was very low on the old health, and I can tell you that was not a good call by me bum rushing in there. Don't mean to offend any bums.
I think we might have at least a couple of bum watchers who might have been offended by that. So, it was good. It was a good thing that you apologized.
Yeah, I'm quick on the apology.
Although I'm not sure how a bum has access to YouTube and the internet. But you know what? Anyone, a bum who does, and what's the right word? I mean, is bum, is that like it sounds like an old-timey word. Yeah, you bum.
You bum, get out of here. Why don't you go Jimmy Crack Corn?
Right, it's like all old-timey, like, get a job, you bum.
That's right. You bunch of hoodlums and what's that word I'm looking for? Can't think of it. Oh boy, I'm failing.
Oh, where are you at? Okay, but like, what's the Is it home impaired? I don't know. What's the the
Domicile challenged.
domicile? Yeah, no, I don't know what like. Is there a term or do people say bum? I mean, I don't know. Like when you meet someone who is I mean homeless. Obviously, you can just use the word homeless, I guess. But even that, it's kind of like, dang, that's kind of mean sounding. Like
It really is.
you're
Yep.
homeless. I mean, because
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say really quick. Whenever I think of bum, I think of Uncle Paulie from Rocky 3, because like he does look like a bum, and he's a fine actor, but boy, he looks like a bum.
right?
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
Rocky 3 reference. Anyway,
Yeah, I caught it.
I'm not good.
Well,
I'm not good.
I'm not super familiar with it, but and let's see what this message says. It says pointless ahead. See, that's kind of funny.
All
That's
right,
true.
so Bootz,
But no, there is
if you
actually
come by
a
me,
treasure chest down there, and isn't that a creepy crawly guy with like a treasure chest that comes to
I
life?
think this one is not a creepy crawler treasure chest. So
Just
these
because it
treasure
was
chests
like
that Bootz
because
is
it was
about
hard
to
to get
open.
to. Is
Yeah,
that
I think so. I think
okay?
so.
Yeah.
So these
Nice.
are fairly rare in the game. You might see one per level, if that, and there's usually something fairly decent inside, especially on your first playthrough. There's definitely going to be something in there that you're going to want to pick up or at least see what they give you. And that was sort of a somewhat secret area. You definitely had to go up and make sure you find that. So
Oh, we
Boots is lit his torch, so I appreciate that, so I don't fall the F off.
yeah, and
I think we're clear up here, bro.
yeah, I think we're good. Kind of cleared it all out.
Oh, I see a smoky head guy, though.
Yeah, we must
Gotta
have
go
gone
down.
back here. Although I feel like I came up that ladder for sure.
You
That's
know,
how,
we
that's
went
how we
up
got
that
up
ladder, and he spotted us, so he went to the nearest place where he thought he could get us, and that's probably why he was waiting down there.
there. So I'm a little bit turned around. I'm kind of yeah. I think we this is the way we came in. Obviously, we came down the steps.
Yep.
Spooky eye guys. We're all down here. Yeah, I think we're good. Like basically that area up there in the rafters where we just got a treasure was, I think, the only hidden area. I'm sure there's stuff that we might miss, like secret doors and stuff. I mean, there's definitely that kind of stuff in this game. You kind of have to either read about it or I don't know, like secret doors in this game. You have to like swing your sword at stuff, places that look like dead ends, and all of a sudden it like just opens up. So I mean, there's so much depth to this game. I mean, if you're watching, if you've never played this game and you're watching, it's like you're probably, hopefully, you're impressed with just the. I mean, this is one area. This is you've seen us kind of, and really, we are again high level characters. We're playing a second time through the entire game, so we're cruising right now. But just the size of this map that we basically just are clearing out, it's hopefully impressive. I mean, I know the first time that I saw all this, I was like, wow. And second time through, of course, you almost don't even stop to appreciate just how impressive it all is. Like, look at all the detail. I mean, the snow-covered. I mean, the clouds rolling in the sky above us. I mean, it just looks amazing. The bricks.
The detail that the developers put into this game is, I don't even know how they have that kind of a development team that can actually do all this. It's really just amazing. I mean, it really is, and that's, am I a Dark Souls fanboy? Sure. Am I ashamed of it? Hell no.
Because we love
But I suspect,
we love this whole series, though. That's the thing. And so it's like,
yeah, and I suspect
obviously,
whatever game you like, whatever game you like, you should be a fanboy of. I think it's great. Why would you play it if you don't like it?
exactly. So I think what happened there was like apparently some kind of witch queen or something that was screaming, and then all of them came and attacked all at once, kind of like those Night King things in the Game of Thrones, where like you kill the one walker and then I don't know, they all die or something. But anyway, there's a bunch of messages over here, and then it says fog wall ahead, and then visions of lizard. But this is an example of illusory wall ahead. So like this is how you find a lot of stuff in the game too, because people will leave the messages. You know, I've been kind of reading a couple up, and there's the lizard and the fog wall, of course. So I mean there's definitely that's part of the game. You know, there's a community. There's the messages. There's the people who come in and help you out as you're fighting bosses, and the game actually gives you incentives for helping other people too. So like when I get to a boss that I can't beat, what you do is you spend a lot of time. You like go in and you help other people beat the boss first. Like that's how you, at least the first time through playing, that's what I did. I basically spent a lot of time just being like, I can't beat this boss, so I'm gonna put my sign down, help out somebody else who is working on beating the same boss, and everybody like kind of helps each other. It's like it's a really interesting system. Of course, the other end of look at that creepy. Oh, that thing is creepy. I remember those.
Yeah, I hate those guys. They are super creep. They're creeping.
Yeah, some of the enemies in this game are just creepy as hell. Yeah. What are we doing?
I just wrote
I remember
that
this.
song.
Nice. I like the song, so it was great.
Hey man,
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Great. Oh, fighting the bosses, doing all these things, writing songs in the middle of playing games. I mean, these are the things Scootz and I are good at. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say, but maybe
can I give a? Yeah. I was just going to give a quick factoid. Since you've been watching since the beginning when we fought the lightning lizard up on the bridge, had we ran past him and not fought him, he would have dropped down right in here. So no, you really can't run away from bosses in this game, or even mini bosses. That dude would have found us. No, the bridge is right above us.
Like above our head right now. This is that bridge we crossed in the beginning. Nice. That's cool. And that's a good little reference. Down. So we worked this whole way around, and again, again we talked a lot just about the game generally. The first show we did playing Dark Souls, but we did mention, and it's worth pointing out again. I mean, the way you make progress and how you just kind of unlock shortcuts and how you get to bonfires, so that you're making progress by when you clear these areas out and get more bonfires lit. But hopefully you appreciate, just from watching Scootz and I play a little bit, how interwoven, just like, it doesn't feel like it's not a linear game at all. Like you really have to walk around, you have to explore, you really don't know which direction to go, and it's just like, how do you and then you find out, like, oh my gosh, I'm back kind of in the beginning where I just started. I'm like right below that bridge, and there's no way to get, and you can't just like jump down the bridge and get here. You have to like travel that entire path that Scootz and I just went on in order to get here. Oh, the great heal. Holy cow. This guy gave me a great heal. I wonder if I had that before. But anyway.
You just got the great heal. I think the second playthrough is when you get the great heal on this
What?
man.
Really? So like I had to do all that in order to get the great heal?
It appears so. Congratulations, Bootz.
Well, thank you. But, and maybe I had it already. I don't know. Is there a way to... How do you look at that again? We're so used to other menus in other games. What is it? You go to inventory?
You're going to go to the start menu to just check out this. Yep, exactly.
Alright, so that is the heal is a miracle. Medium heal, great heal. Oh, you know what it does? It says that I have 2 of them, so I must have had it.
Son of a gun.
But you know what? It also says that it's 25 stat, so I'm not too far off from being able to use that. That would be a worthy thing to shoot for as I'm leveling up. I might have to work on my faith. It's kind of like in real life. I might need to work on my faith a little bit.
Hey, brother, you're preaching to the choir. Wow, that was a lot of references just now.
Yeah, we did talk about a lot of things.
So for the viewing public here, if you are still with us, and
lots of people are with us.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. If you're still with us here, let's be honest, we still love playing games. Hey, you know what, Bootz? We'd be doing it anyway.
Hey, that is absolutely true. We love you. Anyone who comes across us, and you know what, we keep on like doing these shows at random times throughout the week, so I'm not surprised. It's like unless someone um, decides to follow us, which they totally should. I think you get
You
an.
should absolutely follow us.
I think, and that'd be the way you get an alert. I know I get alerts when people who I follow when they go live and they are broadcasting. That's one way to do it. We might try to get a little bit more consistent with how we the times we broadcast. But again, Scootz and I are just real dudes, and so our schedules don't always allow us to do a show at a certain time per week. That's why we just we love that we can actually find the time to do this. This is motivating, actually, Scootz and I to get together and play some games together. So I'm going to give that a cheer with my character. What do you think of that?
I'm going to give that a golf clap.
Very nice. It looks weird. Your character's like so funny looking. By the way, that's not really how Scootz's character even looks. That's actually a set of armor. There's actually a boss. That's a throwback. That armor is a throwback to a boss that we saw in Dark Souls 2, actually. And gosh, am I a nerd that I know that, but it's because oh, see, now Scootz is taking his armor off, and oh, look at his undead body under there, like a creepy creeper. Oh, it looks creepy. Yeah, so that's not even his real head. I mean, his head is like under that weird looking helmet. But
yeah.
Oh, put that back on, Scootz. That you look gross right now. Put your armor back.
Yeah. I am pretty gross. I definitely need a
You're disgusting looking.
You know something, when you're right, and this guy's one disgusting mother effer. Yeah, that's not good.
Scootz, there's a wall in front of me. I'm sure you see it too, like a fog wall. That's your sign in this game that we can't go further as co-op.
As a duo.
So, but over here there was I think an area maybe you can help me clear out a little bit further.
Oh yeah, there's a fireplace in there as well on that fog wall.
Okay.
But this area we're going into right now is going to lead us into another area of this completely interconnected castle. This castle is very, very, very meandering, but when you get to the end, you'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe they're all connected like that.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. The level design is incredible. I mean, I've tried to say it in a couple different ways, but that's really what I'm trying to say. Is like, it's amazing level design. Like how it just winds in on itself. Here's more of these creepy creepers that are just disgusting looking. I hate these guys. They're like, well, are they women? They're like witches who are also spiders, which are both super creepy things.
And I also believe in real life that all spiders are witches, so the thrill I get from killing these is pretty high.
Just tapping into all your fears. And also, like, they have like long wet hair, like the little girl from like The Ring or whatever. So it's like like it's just a creepy little like weirdo Japanese girl or whatever. It's so creepy and undead or whatever the heck. Ugh, creepy.
It's definitely weirdo Japanese shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's definitely a Japanese game for sure. But
yes, From Software, great developer. They say this might be their last Dark Souls, but I've got a strange suspicion. To the trilogy of Dark Souls, I've read that, and really? I sure as hell don't believe. Yeah, they also created Bloodborne, which if you played that, you'll know that it's a brutal game as well and very difficult.
We've played that too, haven't we, Scootz?
We sure have, and I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, we pretty much played anything even related to this game. And do you remember? Gosh, do you remember? I alluded to the armor you're wearing and how that's from Dark Souls 2. Yes. Was it Dark Souls 1, or was it actually? Hey, look at this. What is this? This is like one of these pots where you can just get your health back or something. Is that right? Is that what it is?
It's an Estus soup.
I don't need any health right now. But what I was gonna say is was it just Demon Souls? Was Demon Souls the only one where they when you picked up stuff, like if you've been watching me and I've been just picking up everything, rings, equipment, swords, all this stuff, like Demon Souls, the very first game was probably the hardest one because if you pick something up, you actually could get weighed down with everything. And I think they decided somewhere in the series that they're not going to do that anymore, that they're not going to make you manage your inventory to quite that level where you have to like not pick up enough stuff. Or I forget what it was. I think you could store stuff somehow in that first game. Like there was a storage bin, and you had to like, as you were traveling through a level, you got to be like, okay, well I need to leave some room because I'm going to be picking up some stuff. Do you remember that, Scootz? Is that Demon Souls?
I definitely do. I definitely do. And just be very careful in this room because there are
Yeah,
some
I think
serious
there's some
dudes up there.
deadly characters in this area.
Yeah, we gotta get these guys
Oh, that's
up
right.
on the
There's
up on the ledge.
there's the guy with the bow and arrow up there who's ready to. Let me see. I see your.
Bow and arrow us.
He's got some kind of
So
dragon
Bootz,
sword. Oh yeah, he's going down. Ah, you got me. Yeah, see, I got pinned by one of those giant dragon slaying arrows.
Yeah, I'm getting screwed too.
I was looking through my inventory, Scoots. I have a pretty good dragon. I have a
Okay.
pretty good dragon bow actually in my inventory. I don't use it because I don't have any arrows for that. I mean, I have a few, but is there a way to get? I forget. Is there a way to get a dude who can sell those?
I have not found somebody that sells the dragon arrows yet.
The dragon arrows. I mean, that'd be so useful. I'm trying to shoot this guy across the room too.
Yeah, he's nothing but trouble.
Oh, thanks for the heal. Oh, what happened? I was switching
heal
weapons.
yourself if you need to.
I'm good.
Awesome. Yeah, that guy. Rolling. The first time through, when you're playing solo, is like it's a brutal fight.
Yeah, all these guys are. If we weren't playing, I mean, and we should probably reiterate that. I mean, that's a part of the reason why we, the challenge of this game. If you really want the challenge, you probably shouldn't play like we're doing right now, which is to play with a buddy and to just do everything together. Because is there something over here, Scoots? I know you're heading up. Or you know what? I think
it's the way forward.
Oh, okay. Okay. Nice. Thank you.
No problem.
Boy.
So
these guys are jerks, aren't they?
Yeah, there's another jerk sauce.
But I was mentioning that that it's really cool to be able to play tag team pretty much at will again because of the whole party chat ability. Look at this. I mean, because when we tag team that guy, he's so much easier. So much easier to like beat even really challenging dudes. And it's just fun. Scootz and I we're able to chat. We're able to detoxify a little bit while we're playing. We tend to not really talk too much about our day because that's a bunch of bullshit. So we might as well just talk about games.
Oh, that's definitely bullshit.
Games are so much cooler than whatever happened in our stupid day. So, anyway, Scott and I think we pretty much don't even know anything about each other.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, we've been friends for a long time, so it's kind of like, oh, look, a bunch of loot. Leo ring, I think I have 10 of those already. The Great Smo Hammer, I think I have. Again, it's kind of funny, we're talking about how in that first game, that would have been a huge, like, decision point, like, do I pick that up? Or do I drop something on my inventory so that I can get whatever I'm picking up? It's so much easier. I mean, I don't know if you've reflected on that much, Scoots, but do you remember how challenging that was when you like when you had to really make a decision, like you really needed to like level up, or you needed like a stone so you could upgrade your weapon, and then your inventory's fully, so you can't pick it up. Oh, that was just like brutal.
Can't pick it up, and if you do pick it up and you become over encumbered, then you can't move. Then you gotta drop something, and it's hard as F to get back to those areas.
Yes.
It's not like you just willy-nilly back there. You got to fight your way all the way back. And I agree with you. Demon Souls probably the toughest in the series. Partly by design. Some gameplay made it hard as well, obviously. But really just an amazing game, and I don't regret spending the thousands of hours on it that I did.
Yeah, and I feel like even in that first game, though, they had some of the similar, like what we're doing now, or what we pointed out or alluded to earlier about how you can bring in people.
Yep, they did
The entire series has had that kind of that cool. You lay down marks where you want to like help people, and then oh boy, we're getting attacked by dogs as guys shooting at us.
Alright.
Watch your health. I'm
Yeah,
retreating.
I'm
I
almost
think
dead.
you are too. Yeah. And
Okay.
my health is fine, but I'm just anything can kill you still. We were bragging about how we're like so high level, but you know you still gotta be careful. I mean, anyone watching. I mean, I'm not doing anything
So,
particularly skillful. You know, we're rolling through it because we're high level, and but if I'm not careful, I could still get killed
the
easily.
skill that we're really employing here is not dying.
Yeah, that's the main thing. We're trying to just roll through. I mean, I hope anyone who's a fan of the game is probably getting frustrated at the fact that we're like not like doing all the puzzles or unlocking every single whatever there is. But I mean,
But
we're really trying to hit like go A to B, and the map is so big. I mean, we've been going pretty much nonstop trying to get there, and it's a challenge.
it's a challenge.
There's a long
We're
way to
making
trek. Where'd you
is
go,
a
Scoots?
very long trip. I need you to find me because there is a shortcut, speaking of
Oh,
shortcuts,
nice,
that
good
we need
job.
to activate.
Thank
Because
you.
we may need to refuel on some,
Yeah,
and
that's
if you
probably
got
a good idea.
flasks, we're good. So, this is one of the shortcuts, and you'll see where it brings us to. It is a shortcut to a door we could not open, but it opens from this side.
All right, where are we?
So if we do this, and we run across, Bootz, if you
Kind of
follow
recognize
me,
it. Yeah, I vaguely remember this. Like I said, I feel like I didn't spend a ton of time. I also feel like Scoots, you and I were actually tag teaming a lot as we went through here, and I feel like you spent a lot of time in this area, and you guided me through. Oh, we got a
oh,
dark spirit.
well, we just got to, okay, I got to heal because I have. So if you're checking us out, we just got invaded by another player, and we have to fight to the death, basically. Now, when this player invades us, he or she doesn't know how many people they're invading, but there's two of us, and there's one of them, hopefully.
Again, I'm not
And
sure though. I feel like this could be another NPC. Milo. Again,
oh,
anytime there's like an NPC, it said it was Milo was the name. And it's like, is that really
so we're gonna
what?
find out in a second here.
Yeah. No, you know what?
Yeah.
Chances are it's a person who's just massively overpowered. Um,
So
so let me
makes
know
me
if
nervous.
let me know if you see him, Scoots. I mean, I like to try to stay close to the bonfire because that way, when I get killed by the PvP person, that I will just not have fire to
Your
go to get my
souls are there.
souls. Yeah. So I say we just
Sure
kind of
that. So
hang out here,
we'll just
Scoots.
hang out here.
Can we? I know, Scoots. We just unlocked that one. And you know what? Gosh, I really have a lot of souls right now. That's why I don't want to. I really don't want
Venture too far.
to.
So I'll tell
Exactly.
you what. You stay close to the bonfire. I'm just gonna peek my head out. I also have a lot of souls, but if I die, people, I don't lose my souls because I'm just a summoned phantom. I get to keep my loot. But if I die in my other game, yeah, it's a problem. Let's just say that. Yeah, I don't see anything out here.
He's probably gonna like sneak up on me and stab me in the back. So I actually have a little bit of a logistical question for you, Scoots.
What's
Not
that, Bootz?
and maybe it's something we should talk about off the air, but or maybe it's humorous for
Ooh.
us to be chatting about it while we're while we're playing. But on my screen, it says that we are on the air. I know we've been broadcasting, we've been talking as if we're talking to an audience, and I know that seems like that has been happening. But just curious, the window where supposedly if people are chatting with us, do we
Yes.
do we like do we chat back? I mean, or maybe I'm completely.
Oh,
Am I?
here's
Here it comes. Yeah.
here comes dude.
Hold that thought. How's it going? Should we wave to him? Yeah, let's say.
Sure, let's wave to him.
We'll recognize his superiority. Oh shit, he did some cool shit.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, he just wiped you out.
Rush out there. Yeah. So, folks, he just wiped the living hell out of me. And Bootz just, you know.
Can you go to that? Can you go to the fireplace?
I can. It's gonna take me a minute, so if you can, Oh, does it say Scootz has died? I'm sorry about that. If you're watching, Scootz did screw the big pooch on that. Bootz is definitely shouldering the attack right now. I'm trying to get there, Bootz. I'm trying to get there, buddy. This is actually a pretty climactic wait for things as they wrap up here. Oh man, I'm traveling to the...
You know what? I just button spazzed. I was actually trying to get to a thing in my inventory. I have, of course, I don't have it ready for when I'm playing a PvP person, but I have the Undead Hunter charm, and I was like fumbling my way. It's just we've been playing a lot of other games, and so I'm not gonna make excuses. We suck, but also we haven't played this game enough recently to like have any kind of chance against someone who's good. So I know that there's a way. The Undead Hunter charm is like a good one to use if you got a PvP, because then they can't health up. So I thought that was kind of a little bit of a good strategy to try to keep that on my person. But of course I have yet to be able to actually use it and make it useful, because it requires skill to actually get to that menu item. I have it, of course, now I see right where it's at, and had I known, I would have maybe had that at the ready. But anyway, I'm embered up, Scoots, and I'm back and I got my souls and everything back. I wonder, should I make a quick trip? I know we're actually almost to an hour here, so I wonder if we can maybe wrap things up. I'm gonna go possibly just level up, and we fought a couple of big characters or major kind of things where we unlocked some secrets of this level and some bonfires and stuff. So I think, as usual, it's always good when you have a good session to maybe go and level up, and we'll maybe end on that.
Sounds like a plan.
But what else should we talk about? I mean, we're probably gonna keep playing this game until we've been mentioning in all of our episodes that we're kind of playing this game as we are waiting for Destiny 2. That's gonna be a big game.
Yes.
Big game that we're gonna play while right when it comes out. So we're probably not gonna broadcast everything we do in the game, because that would probably get a little overwhelming. But we're probably gonna pick an hour or two out of our play, and once we kind of get our bearings, maybe understand the game a little bit, and we're gonna try to play some Destiny 2, and some people can hopefully watch us play and have fun with us as we're doing that.
For sure, and we would love your comments as well. I mean, that's something that we really enjoy. And if you've been watching, like I said, we really appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun for us tonight, and it's great for us to go through and sightsee. And Bootz, I think you said it best in the beginning of the show that we'd be doing this anyway. So we decided to hop on, get our Bootz and Scootz detox hour going, and it's been a lot of fun so far, and changed the way I game, quite frankly.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Frankly.
No, it is changing, and actually I'm getting a little bit used to the idea of trying to talk while I'm playing, because I think we were joking a little bit, but we don't necessarily like talk like we're doing now as we're playing just normally. Like Scoots and I would get in and be like, it's all critical game talk. It's like, get over there and do that. No, I'm just kidding. No, we'll chat a little bit, but definitely not like when we're doing a show, because I mean, it's just fun. It's fun to talk to hopefully anyone else who is watching, and hopefully anyone who's watching enjoys a little bit about what we're saying, and here's a friendly voice, and here's maybe a similar minded mentality to the way you play. And if you like watching us play, I don't know, make a friend request to play with us if you like, but really hopefully you just enjoyed watching, and enjoy the fact that there are people like Scoots and Bootz out there who just are chill dudes who like to play games and who like to talk about stuff. Maybe we need to wrap up with some final thoughts, Scoots. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea, and I've really enjoyed the gameplay tonight. If you've been checking it out a little bit tonight, again, thanks so much for checking us out. We're just two guys be doing this anyway, and it's been a lot of fun, and I see we've had a viewer or two pop their nose in and out, so don't be afraid to subscribe or at least follow us, because it's free and it's a lot of fun. We just have fun on the show, and I really think this has been just a fun filled night, and I almost swore there.
That's all right. We're gonna allow that on our channel.
Yeah, that's true too. Fucking A. So anyway, we had a great time tonight. And any final thoughts from you, Mr. Bootz?
You know, keep watching. We're gonna hopefully be showing some actual of the thing we're working towards in the game, which is the DLC. Scootz and I, when we're not broadcasting, we're probably gonna keep working our way towards that. Maybe you'll see a little bit more of us continuing to work towards it, but hopefully we'll actually see the DLC, and then we'll hopefully see a little bit some other games that we play when we're co-oping. We might even pop back in Destiny 1 for a show or two before the big release of Destiny 2 comes out. At least that's the plan. Scoots and I have talked about a couple of shows that maybe we want to do, and really all kind of leading up to, what are we going to do until Destiny 2 comes out, because that's really the thing we're looking forward to. And we're like, what else can we do? Well, we're gonna go back. We're gonna play some Dark Souls, do the DLC, do a little bit of Destiny 1, pop in there, just maybe say goodbye to Destiny 1, and then so long, hopefully on to bigger and better things. We love Destiny, by the way. That's good tonight. Huge fans. Go back to our episode 1 where we talk about how much we love Destiny, how much we'd rather be playing that than most any other game. That's I don't know. Again, we don't want to ramble on too much past the hour, but keep watching. Hopefully, as things go, as time goes on, we do more episodes. People just find they come for the game, they stay for the chat. That's kind of our motto. Just hopefully they enjoy the Bootz and Scoots show and keep coming back. We love you.
Yes, we do. Love you much, 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 much.
Scoots, we're gonna beat that boss after this, so we're gonna log off. Everybody, keep watching. We hope to see you again soon. Have a good night. And this has been Bootz, and we love you.